and because we really have a fantastic panel here today, as I mentioned. Our first speaker will be the Prime Minister of Aruba, Mr. Prome Eman, who brings to the table extraordinary leadership in the areas of renewable energy. Through the vision for Aruba, Prime Minister Eman has pursued an aggressive agenda designed to both revive the economy and simultaneously lead Aruba towards a green future in which Aruba will reduce its dependency on fossil fuels and rely on a much higher degree on alternative sources of energy. Aruba is rapidly becoming a leader in the region in this area. Prime Minister, we are honored to have you here. Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Rami. Thank you.
We also have Jose Maria Figueres Olsen. After a successful business career, he served as Minister of State and was later elected President of Costa Rica. Mr. Jose Maria Figueres joined the Carbon War Room in 2009, and throughout his career, he has pioneered the linkage between sustainable development and technology. From his time at the United Nations Information and Communications Technology Task Force to his work at the Global Ocean Commission and as first CEO of the World Economic Forum, where he has strengthened global corporate ties to social and governmental sectors. Mr. Figueres, thank you for being here. Welcome.
Gracias.
We also have the Minister of Mines and Energy of Colombia, Tomás González, who accumulates over 15 years of experience in both the private and public sector. When he was Vice Minister of Mines and Energy, he took the lead in reorganizing the gas sector and restructuring the state's entities related to mining and energy activities. He serves as an economic advisor to President Andrés Pastrana and has worked for BP Colombia and has been professor of the University of London and the University of Los Andes. Minister, welcome. And we have Senator, the Honorable James Fletcher. He is Minister of Public Service, Information, Broadcasting, Sustainable Development, Energy, Science, and Technology in the government of St. Lucia. Dr. Fletcher brings extensive national and regional experience as he previously served as the Director of the Social and Sustainable Development Division in the Secretariat of the OECS, where he was responsible for the program in the areas of the environment and sustainable development. Senator, we're honored with your presence. So with this, let me turn first to Prime Minister Eman. Prime Minister, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Very special thanks to the Vice President for organizing this event. It is a unique moment for reflection on our opportunities to make the transition to sustainable energy. And listening to all the different parties today during breakfast and lunch and the different sessions we had, it is clear that there is an important role for government to play, and that fits within the context of what Aruba has been doing the last couple of years. As countries develop, you see that a lot of the responsibilities of government are being taken over by the private sector, by NGOs, by foundations, but there will always remain a very important role for government. In all the different groups that take responsibility within a community, you will see employers' organizations, employees' organizations, NGOs, and everyone, or the private sector, that has a very particular interest. But the role of government will always be the one that will have to look onto the common good of the citizens. And in that role, the government has an important responsibility. With all the technology nowadays for information to get faster to our citizens, it is still the role of government to design and implement a vision together with the community to where we will have to go as country and citizens. It is the role of government to create that pathway and inspire citizens to believe in a certain direction and get the community and the whole country to buy in to that direction. No other institution in a country will take that whole responsibility of the direction of a country. And so when we talk about sustainable energy and the conversion from conventional energy to to 100% sustainable energy, as Aruba has set out for 2020. It is the first task of government to lay out this vision and to work with the community, to inspire the community, create support for the idea. And I believe, if I look back on the last couple of years of Aruba, that we are at almost 30% of our total capacity based on sustainable energy, and that we have reached these high numbers in a fast pace. That part of that success was a great effort to convince community, stakeholders in the community to be part of this mission, and also excite world organizations like the Carbon War Room. We have Mr. Figueres here, who joined with Aruba in this pathway towards total sustainability by 2020. And why is it important to create this vision and create the excitement and create the optimism? Is because there are a lot of stakeholders that have a different interest once we put the purpose of convening everyone towards becoming totally sustainable. One of them is our utility companies, who have a tradition in the way they produce energy. And when you start talking about transition to total sustainability with them, you see they break out in sweat. It is, I say very often, like asking a turkey to prepare Thanksgiving dinner. So if you really want to make this conversion, it's very important. One of the first tasks, besides developing the vision, is to get the utilities along. And that's something we have done in Aruba, and Carbon War Room was part of that. TNO, the Research Institute of the Netherlands, is to get the utilities, see where their future will be once we make the transition to total sustainability. So I would like to suggest today, with the different important progress we have been informed of programs that change, for instance, capitalization can also become possible for countries with higher capital income for investment in sustainable energy. One of the things we definitely have to do together for all the islands to make this conversion is to create a business plan in where the utility companies will see the future when we go all green. If they don't see the future in this transition, they will object. And in your country, they have the moral ground. They have the technical knowledge. They can discuss with politicians about if this is achievable or not, and you will not win the debate unless the utility companies are part of the process. So one thing we would like to share with everyone in the experience of Aruba, bring the utilities along, and where there is anxiety, take away the anxiety by sharing a vision on where there will be a new position for the utility companies in the future, and you will be successful also in this transition as we are at this moment in Aruba.
Thank you so much, Prime Minister, and thank you for reminding us of the role of government, among other things, in selling the reforms to all stakeholders. President Figueres, the floor is yours.
Muchas gracias.